So I guess I'm an astrologer or something now. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that I kind of, maybe a little bit like astrology. And if you haven't seen my videos, well, I think you can guess that I like astrology. But recently, the Try Guys, if you don't know who they are a group on YouTube. They made a video of one of them ranking all the signs from best to worst. They're wrong. To each their own, but also like, no. So I decided to make my own video ranking the signs. The Try Guys video was called Eugene ranks every astrological sign from best to worst. I'm gonna link that in the bio so you can see the original video and where I got my inspiration from, and also their list that was wrong. To just get a very basic understanding of astrology so you understand this video, what I'm gonna be talking about is the 12 main signs, which the one you correlate with yourself is your sun sign. Now I know you're like, what the fuck? So your sun sign is what everyone knows. It's what they associate with their birthday, with themselves. Your sun sign is your core personality of who you are and what people see most of, like who you embody. You also have a whole birth chart and you have different placements. Other important placements are your moon sign, which is more your inner being and your emotions. And you also have a rising sign, which is how you first come off to people, like first impression. If you want to know more about that, Google it. Or also, if you want me to make more videos talking about this stuff, then let me know because I talk about it all the time anyways. So I will be ranking the 12 sun signs. Also, more back information. Each sign also has an element that correlates with it and an energy. So there are 4 elements. We have fire, earth, water, and air. And then we also have, for the energies, mutable, fixed, and cardinal. Also not going to go super into those because astrology, there's a lot going on with astrology. Okay, there's so many pieces to the puzzle. I still don't even understand half the shit. Besides all that, now let's jump into the ranking. First out the gate for the first signs is my sign, Aries. Aries kicks off the zodiac new year, which was March 21st, my birthday. And Aries being the first of the zodiac, they are the leaders, the initiators, the go-getters, the doers. I feel like I've talked about that a lot in my videos about myself. I'm very much an Aries. We are very honest, blunt people. We can be a little hot-headed and sharp-tongued. Because we are the first zodiac, we are the child of the zodiac. Like children, when they have a lot of emotions, they just kind of like project it out, like they don't really understand. So we just kind of like say what we want whenever. We don't really understand that like you shouldn't do that all the time. We can also come off a little immature because we are the child of the zodiac. We can be very impulsive and just like not really think before we do things. We don't really like to take advice or follow the rules. We think we're always right, which our element is fire, so that's where the hot-headedness comes from, the energy comes from. We are the ram, and I just think we're always like running, just constantly running, but like that's what's making the world turn. We're just getting shit done. They also make really loyal friends and partners. I've never been super close with another Aries just because I feel like we're both really hard-headed, so it's just kind of hard for us to like get along on a certain level. But every Aries I've always generally liked and respected. I think just because, you know, we kind of understand each other. So I'm gonna put us at number 2. Not to be egotistical or anything, but like I think Aries really do a lot. I think Aries deserve high spot. So I'm gonna go with number 2. Next we have Taurus. Earthy Taurus. I'm not super close with any Tauruses, nor have I really ever been. The only Taurus I've ever been super close with is my dad, and me and him are like this. But besides that, I don't really have many in my life. Tauruses they're very sweet people, and they're always like look good. Like, I don't know what about Tauruses, but I feel like they're just aesthetically pleasing. You know, the world could be up in flames, but they still look like they have their shit together. They can also be very stubborn. All the time, I tell my dad he's stubborn. And he always says, quote, "I'm not stubborn." That's what stubborn people say. They're very hard workers and they're very like stable people. I feel like they're very grounded. You could always count on them. So I feel like generally, no offense to all my Tauruses, okay? But sometimes they're just kind of like a little boring. Which Eugene said that in the Try Guys video. They're not really memorable to me. they're just more laid back people. Like, I feel like if you wanted to throw a rage, or you wouldn't call up your Taurus friend and be like, yo, let's go. You know, they're not those type of people. That being said, just because I'm not super close with any Tauruses, I'm gonna put them at number 11 out of 12. I know that's really low, but someone has to go there. Next, we have Gemini, an air sign. Geminis have a special place in my heart. Geminis are like social butterflies. They're just the type of people that will talk to anyone about anything, and they also never shut up when they talk, like, ever. Their minds move at like 1,000 miles per hour. So they just have like a lot of information like all the time. They can be very flaky people. Maybe not intentionally, but I feel like they just don't remember. I feel like a lot of times too, they can seem as liars because they say one thing and the next day they say another. Now, they're the ones that if you like want to go out and have a good time, like call up your Gemini friends. They're air. Their energy is mutable. So they're very adaptable. They're also stereotypically known as being two-faced and having like multiple personalities. I think that also comes along with being so adaptable that they kind of like shift and form to their environments. They also are ones to like not keep friends. I feel like Geminis they know a lot of people, but they don't have like people who are in their lives for a long period of time. They make really great friends. So I'm gonna put Gemini at number 3. I really like Geminis. I love having them in my life, and they just have like this great energy. They just like make you feel good when you're around them. The 4th sign is Cancers. I think they're very hard workers. They're very efficient. They're also very like sweet people. They are known to be very motherly, so very caring. Being a water sign, they are known to be very emotional. They are very self-centered. The one thing Cancers always do, they always throw themselves pity parties, and that is the most narcissistic thing someone can do. Like, the world's out to get me. I'm so sorry for myself. But they are like very kind people. I've had many Cancers in my life. I've never been like super close to any of them. I'm sorry, Cancers, but you're going at number 12. All right, next we have another fire sign, Leo. I love Leos. Leos are so sweet. They're so caring. They have like the biggest hearts. They're super loyal. And they're just like fun people. They just like have a warm energy. They're very like sociable people. They're super charming. They also though are known to have very big egos and just kind of think the world revolves around them. They're known to be also like overly cocky. They're also too, like Aries are a very loyal sign. I've had so many Leo friends and I love them all. I've never really like had really any problems with my Leo friends. I love them. I love having them in my life. So I'm gonna put them at number 4. Leos deserve a high ranking. I just really appreciate having them. Next is Virgo, another earth sign. Eugene said this in his video and I thought it was a great analogy. Not only Virgos are earth signs, but they are mutable energy. Eugene described them as clay. They're earth, but because they're mutable, they're adaptable and can shift in form and shape. I've had a lot of differences with Virgos, but I also do have a lot of Virgo friends in my life. Virgos, like Aries, are very like honest people. They tell it how it is, but they can also come across sometimes as being like overly critical. They are stereotypically like perfectionist, but they're also super great at like organizing, planning. Like, they just always have their ducks in a row. They are the best for advice. If you need advice because they are like super critical and analytical, anytime I need advice, like I always love to ask my Virgo friends. And they also have a really great work ethic. That being said, they are gonna go at number 6. Libras. Libras are another air sign. They are my polar opposite. Had a lot in my life, especially in the past couple years. Libras are known to be very charming. They are also stereotypically the most romantic of the zodiac signs, and their symbol is the scales. So one of their biggest downfalls is they can't make up their goddamn minds. They always just like weigh out their options. They're always like, I don't know. Like Tauruses as well, they are just like always aesthetically pleasing. They just like always look really pretty. They're also known as being like a vain sign, you know, just like being into themselves. The way they look a little too much. They're known for being like superficial because of that. Like Geminis though, I wouldn't say they're the best person to count on in your life. They can also be a little flaky and like here nor there. I feel like they're really thoughtful too. I'm gonna put them at number 9. If you're watching this and you're a Libra in my life, like, I appreciate you. Like, I've had a lot of Libras help me through a lot of shit. I'm gonna put you at number 9. Next, we have Scorpios. Scorpios are a water sign. They seem very, like, cold people. They're very black and white. They're kind of similar to, like, Virgo or Aries, like, no bullshit people. But they are, because they are a water sign, they are actually quite emotional. They just don't show it. They are very private people. They don't really share a lot about like how they're feeling and their life. They're known to be like very sad. Just a stereotype of being depressed. If you ever see like aesthetic boards, everything's always like black and dark and like death. They just seem to be very like dark, mysterious people. They're also though like very sensual people. They're also very headstrong. I respect them a lot. I think they also make great leaders, but just in a very different way as compared to someone like an Aries. They are also known though to be like manipulative because they're mysterious and you don't know like what they're thinking or feeling ever because they don't share it. I've met some Scorpios that I like was like, oh, I'd rather not talk to you like ever again. But I like them too. They got tough skin. So I'm gonna put them at number 10. Okay, next we have Sagittarius, the last of the 3 fire signs. Like the other fire signs, Aries and Leo, Sagittarius have really big personalities. They are very social signs. They are the polar opposite of Gemini. They know like everyone, like a Gemini does. They'll talk to anyone about like anything. They have a lot of information just stored and just like pull it out of fucking nowhere. But they're extremely adventurous. Like they're also the friend that if you just want to like go climb a mountain on a Tuesday afternoon or just call up your Sag friend and they would probably be already doing something crazy but will gladly come along with you. They are definitely like the life of the party type of people. They have a great energy. Like they're just super fun to be around. Like Gemini, they know a lot of people but they don't seem to keep friends for a long time. They seem to change a lot through relationships and friends and bounce along one to another. They also do not like being told what to do. With them, it's kind of always like do things that they want to do, kind of disregard to other people. And they're also very independent, which can be a downside as well as a positive. I think I'm gonna put them at number 1. I really like them. I think they're very intelligent and very interesting, fun people. And like, I think I'm a confident person. But Sagittarius, those people are some of the most confident people I've ever met in my entire life. I mean, it depends on all your other placements, but they just like do stuff and don't give a fucking shit. That's amazing to me. So I think I'm gonna put them at number 1. Capricorn. Capricorn's another earth sign. They are very stable people. They're some of the most hardworking people you will ever meet. Their work ethic is impeccable. They're very punctual people. They are known to be homebodies, stereotypically also like the most boring sign. They don't like change. They're very a creature of habit, just kind of like to do the same things, have a schedule, plan things out, like eat the same things every week. My moon is in Capricorn. I can very much tell I have a lot of characteristics of them. Capricorns are also very practical people. They're also great people to get advice from because they're very honest. Being later in the zodiac wheel, being the 10th sign, they're like older in age and they are known to be very wise and just kind of like old souls. So like they know what the fuck they're talking about. Like listen to Capricorns. Capricorns also are known for being very pessimistic and negative. They are also not a friend that if you want to have a crazy Friday night, you don't call up a Capricorn. They're probably already asleep or like reading a book under a lamp. They're also really funny too. I've met a lot of Capricorns that are just really humorous. Jim Carrey is Capricorn and I love him to death. Capricorns deserve to be at least in the middle. I'm gonna do number 6 for them. I really appreciate and value Capricorns. Next, we have the last air sign, Aquarius. I personally have a lot of Aquarius influence in me. My rising is Aquarius. My Venus, which is the planet of love, is in Aquarius. They're known to be like the hippies of the zodiac, very like kind of go with the flow, like save the world, save the planets type of people, like always into the environment, or politics too. They're just people that like want to change the fucking world. Going along with that, they don't really like to follow the already paved path. They kind of like to go out on their own. They're the type of friend you'd have that you'd like see them and you'd be like, what the fuck are you wearing? Like they love being different. They love being odd. One downside is though they are known to be not super emotional people. They can be very aloof and cold-hearted because they're an air sign. All air signs are probably like the most social people. They get along with a lot of people, although they seem to be harder to connect with on a deeper level, because they are so like kind of aloof and like disconnected, but they're still very like friendly, fun people. They're gonna go at number 8 for me. No offense to my Aquarius friends, but I love you guys. I think they're gonna get number 8. Last but not least, Pisces. Pisces are the last of the water signs, so also known to be an emotional sign. Because they are the last of the zodiac wheel, they kind of like get a little bit of like all the characteristics of the signs before them just like dumped onto them. Pisces are just like very interesting people. I think they got a little bit of everything going on. They are known to be very creative people. If you need someone to vent to, go to a Pisces. They are just like the sweetest people, and they are very empathetic, like sympathetic people. Some downsides though, they are like tend to be lazy people. Pisces are like, oh, eventually. They're just more like laid back, more homebodies. Another one of their downsides is just with being emotional. They like are known to just kind of be criers and they're more sensitive people. They just like take more things to heart. They are just like super understanding, compassionate people. I'm gonna give them number 5. And we are finished. Ugh. That was a lot. Like I said, to each their own. Not everyone's gonna agree with me. I'm just basing it off of all the different people I've met and also all the like research I've done. But anyways, I hope you like this video. And if you want me to do more, let me know. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, okay, bye!